Welcome everybody to this week's edition of SU First and 10. This week we're actually going to mix it up and do a PTI form with me and Nate Dogg. How you doing, Nate Dogg?
What's going on? What's going on, Sean?
We're pretty excited, and this week we're going to start with some Major League Baseball. The NLDS just finished up with the Dodgers sweeping the Cardinals, the Phillies beating the Rockies in 5, and then the ALDS, the Yankees sweeping the Twins, and the Red Sox getting swept by the Angels. So which teams are you kind of surprised and kind of almost disappointed with? Nate Dogg, let's start with you.
Well, I mean, the Red Sox and Angels series, there was no surprise there. I saw the Angels beating the Boston Red Sox easily because I felt Boston was the underdog in that series. So I had there was no surprise there. Phillies, Colorado, bit of surprise. I thought Colorado would have took maybe it to Game 5 with the Phillies, but because Colorado was the hottest team coming in. Dodgers, who'd they play again?
Cardinals.
Dodgers had the best record, so there was no surprise. And the Yankees, definitely no surprise with their best record in the MLB. So, I mean, I think the teams are exactly right with where they were.
I like what you're saying, Nate, but again, as far as surprises, I like what you're saying as far as you weren't surprised too much, but I was a little disappointed with the Cardinals. I expected them to beat at least the Dodgers 1 or 2 times. Again, with that Matt Holliday miscatch where he didn't catch it, which could have closed the game. I just felt awful for the guy. Right there, that's a huge swing of momentum. You take a game in LA and you go back to St. Louis to possibly take a few more games from Los Angeles. Instead, you lose the game. That was just disappointing for them. As far as the Twins were concerned, again, I felt a little bad for them. They could have taken a game from the Yankees. And then as far as the Phillies and the Rockies were concerned, I saw that going to maybe a couple more games, as you were saying. But again, I felt that the Phillies were able to control the hotness, if you want to put it that way, of the Colorado Rockies. So, and as far as the Angels and Red Sox, I had a hunch this year that the Angels were going to get that monkey right off their back and deal with the Red Sox. I didn't see the Red Sox flopping like that and getting overtaken. But again, give the Angels credit for going out there and doing their best to win against a very good team. So overall, very, very good so far for the American League and the National League as far as good series. So as far as the teams who won, the Phillies, the Yankees, the Dodgers, and the Angels, who do you see advancing to the World Series, Nate Dogg?
Well, in the World Series, I see the Phillies and Yankees. No surprise there either. I mean, as you can see, Phillies fan. But I mean, for the Dodgers-Phillies series, Phillies have a better pitching, better hitting, better starting rotation. But the bullpen I would have to say it goes to the Dodgers with the bullpen right now because the Phillies have been struggling with Bradledge not being able to close games out and stuff. But the Yankees, Angels, I see New York, maybe an Angels going the full 7. Because I think they're evenly matched right there. But for the Phillies, Dodgers, I see it maybe going 5 games and the Phillies winning.
Nate, I agree with you as far as your picks are concerned, but I kind of see it in a different way. What gives the Phillies the advantage against the Dodgers is their hitting lineup. With J-Roll, Shane, Chase, Ryan Howard, Raul Baez, and Jason Worth, that's a really tough stretch of hitters to go through. All of them are capable of hitting home runs. The first 3 guys can steal bases along with Jason Worth. Ryan Howard has proven more that he can just hit home runs and strikes out. He's also he's tied to lead with A-Rod as far as getting RBIs in games, so he's getting it done offensively, and defensively he's looked good. So the Phillies, their starting rotation, they won the World Series last year with Cole Hamels, Brett Myers, Jamie Moyer, and Joe Blanton. I mean, that's quite a matchup right there as far as underrated pitching. They don't have great numbers, but again, that's why October is a different season, and that's what the Phillies know. And yes, Bradledge has had his struggles, but again, he's looking to redeem himself and look better in the postseason, and I think he will. As far as the Yankees over the Angels, I like what you're saying there too. The Angels will give the Yankees the run for the money, but again, A-Rod is actually holding a bat this postseason and getting runs in. He's looked good. The rotation is pretty deadly. CC and A.J. Burnett are pretty decent pitchers, to say the least. And Andy Pettitte, he's got the experience with him. And Mariano Rivera, you can't say enough about him. So overall, I like the Yankees beating the Angels, but expect the Angels to steal a couple of them because John Lackey isn't a pushover himself, and their lineup is pretty good, and they have a lot going for them right now, especially after winning that series against Boston like that.
Sean, I heard you say A-Rod is hitting and producing like he's supposed to and what he gets paid for. But do you think he's on the juice again? Because I think he is.
I sure hope not. As far as respect for A-Rod, I don't really have that much respect for him. That whole steroids allegation, the fact that he probably used him when he was younger and kept using him for years, that really disappointed me as a fan of baseball. I really hope he's not on him. I really hope Major League Baseball is keeping an eye on him and all the other guys who have been juicing in the past, especially those who have even retired, keeping a tab on them and who they kept in contact with. So hopefully not. Maybe he just had some confidence going into this postseason, unlike others, knowing that he really needed to prove something for his team. Now, on another interesting topic as far as baseball is concerned, we mentioned the Cardinals got swept by the Dodgers, and there were talks about Tony La Russa's job being on the hot seat. Nate Dogg, do you feel like his job is really in jeopardy?
No, I feel Tony La Russa has been there for long enough that his job shouldn't be on the hot seat. But I mean, don't get me wrong. Look at the New York Yankees with Joe Torre back in the day. He was there for like 14 years or whatever it is, and he got released. I mean, the Yankees have one bad season or so, and they kick you out of there. I mean, look at Joe Torre now. He has the Dodgers in the playoffs for the past 2 years. So if Tony La Russa gets let go by the Cardinals, he will go somewhere else, and he will get picked up like that. So I don't think he's on the hot seat right now, but if he is, he'll go somewhere quick.
I don't believe he should be on the hot seat. Again, that comes down to Cardinals management right there. Again, the Yankees, I like your point, Nate Dogg. It was absolutely ridiculous to get rid of Joe Torre. He's a heck of a manager. He knew what he was doing, and he was good. Just because you don't win a World Series in 3 or 4 years, I don't think that's a reason to can a guy. But regardless, if Tony La Russa did get canned, there are plenty of teams who would want to pick him up. Starting a team right off the top of my head is the Pittsburgh Pirates. I bet you they would love him. He's a good manager. He knows what he's doing. One of the few NL managers to win a World Series in the past 8 to 10 years. So again, he's got a good record. And this season, 91-71, they led their division, they won their division, they looked okay. And again, they have a good lineup, they acquired some new players, and their starting pitching is amazing. Adam Wainwright, they know what they're doing in St. Louis. Getting rid of Tony La Russa would just mess that up. Right now, you just got to look forward next season. What do you have to look forward to? And right now, as far as I'm concerned, they have a lot to look forward to, and keeping Tony La Russa would be a good start.